High in the misty forests of the Himalayas, something quietly moves through the trees. It looks like a raccoon, it climbs like a cat, and eats like a panda. But it's none of those things. Meet the red panda, a creature so unique. It has its own entire family in the animal kingdom. It's not a panda, and it's not a bear. In fact, it's more closely related to skunks and weasels. With soft rust-colored fur, a striped bushy tail, and curious eyes, it's often mistaken for a toy. But don't let its cuteness fool you. This is a highly adapted survivor. Red pandas live in cool, mountainous forests in Nepal, Bhutan, India, and China. They spend nearly all their lives in the trees. Their semi-retractable claws and flexible ankles help them climb even head-first down a trunk. They are most active at dawn and dusk. They sleep curled up in the branches during the day, using their fluffy tails as blankets. What do they eat? Mostly bamboo, just like the giant panda. But they also enjoy fruit, insects, and even bird eggs. Their diet is so low in nutrients that they have to spend most of the day eating. Here's the cool part. Red pandas have a false thumb and extended wrist bone that acts like a thumb to help them grip bamboo. Evolution at its finest. But behind their fluffy charm is a serious threat. Red pandas are endangered, with fewer than 10,000 left in the wild. Their forests are disappearing due to deforestation, agriculture, and human expansion. They're also hunted for their fur, and often caught in traps meant for other animals. Even climate change is shrinking their habitat. Zoos and conservationists around the world are fighting to protect them. Breeding programs, protected reserves, and reforestation efforts offer hope. But time is running out. If we lose the red panda, we lose a branch of the evolutionary tree that exists nowhere else. We lose a symbol of balance in a fragile mountain ecosystem. We lose one of nature's most magical misfits. They may be small, they may be shy, but red pandas are a big reminder that even the cutest creatures need saving. Subscribe to Wildscape Wonders to help us shine a light on the voiceless lives of the wild. It was love at first swipe. I saw this guy and I was like, oh my gosh, he's cute. And then I read about what they eat and I was like, oh my gosh, he's adorable, because these guys live exclusively on bamboo. I mean, there are only two other animals that can do that, and one of them is the giant panda. These little guys, when they find a good bamboo patch, they will literally roll around in it like pigs in the mud. Pandas are known for being notoriously bad at killing their own food. I mean, they have to almost chew it to death before it dies. But red pandas are super efficient killers. And because they are smaller, they actually kill more bamboo per hour than giant pandas. Did you know that a red panda is a kind of bear? It's true. The scientific name for red panda is Ilurus fulgens, which translates to shining cat. But instead of being classified with cats or dogs or any of the other carnivora, red pandas are their own thing. They are in the Ursidae family, which includes all bears. Red pandas are more closely related to skunks and weasels than they are to actual bears. How confusing is that? Red pandas are solitary creatures who come together only to mate. Females will come into heat for about 3 weeks once a year, and when she's ready, she will pee basically non-stop to let the boys know she's in heat, a process called advertisement. One male red panda will take over an area, anywhere from 2 to 4 square miles. He'll use scent glands on his paws to mark his territory. When females are in season, males will rub against them to see if they're ready to mate. If they are, they'll get busy right away. Red pandas have one of the shortest gestation periods of any mammal, 93 days. And when the baby is born, mom will keep him or her close until they are 3 months old. That is when the babies start to explore the world outside the den and follow mom around like little shadow pandas. At 6 months, they're pretty much fully weaned and are on their own. They won't be sexually mature for another 1.5 years. Luckily, since they don't really run into each other, they won't compete for food or mates. Red pandas live in some of the most inhospitable environments on Earth, but they've got a few tricks up their furry sleeves to help them survive. For starters, red pandas are perfectly suited for climbing. They have large, sharp claws that extend about 1/2 inch past their toes, helping them dig their way into a tree. And their fur keeps them warm in the freezing temperatures. But their most special adaptation is their ability to digest bamboo. Red pandas have enzymes that break down cellulose, the tough material that makes up the stalks of bamboo. They can also absorb 5 times as much bamboo nutrients as other animals can. Thanks to these adaptations, red pandas can survive solely on bamboo, which is lucky for them because that's all they can eat. Yeah, seriously, that's their entire diet. And while red pandas are great at finding enough bamboo to eat, they aren't great at catching their second favorite food, insects. Most of the time, the prey escapes before the red panda can grab it, so they end up eating more bamboo. While insects are high in protein, bamboo isn't. So red pandas have to spend most of their time eating just to survive. That's why you'll often see them snoozing in the afternoon. It's not that they're lazy, it's that they've been digesting bamboo all morning. And speaking of bamboo, they have a special trick up their sleeve to help them strip it. You know how we use our thumbs to grip things as we peel off a banana or something? Well, red pandas don't have thumbs, but they do have something called a false thumb. It's a wrist bone that sticks out, kind of like a thumb, which helps them grip bamboo as they chow down. Scientists think the false thumb evolved from another bone in the panda's hand, and it couldn't have happened at a better time. Bamboo was becoming more widespread across Asia, and a new predator, the red panda, was looking for a tasty treat. The thumb gave the red panda a competitive advantage, allowing it to strip the leaves off of bamboo stalks faster than any other animal. It was a perfectly advantageous mutation that helped them become the apex predator of bamboo forests. No thumbs, no problem. Once red pandas find their favorite bamboo, they quickly let everyone know it's theirs by peeing on it. Male red pandas claim an area of about 2 to 4 square miles, and they pee pretty much everywhere to tell everyone, including other males, that this is his turf. Not only does the pee serve as a warning, but it also tells females that he's healthy and ready to mate. However, when females are in heat, they don't advertise where they are. Instead, they stay hidden. The male's job is to find her, and they do that by following her trail of pee. This whole process is called chemotaxis, and it's how many animals find their way to a food source without actually seeing it. Chemotaxis also helps ants find their way back to the anthill, bees find their way to the hive, and salmon find their way home to spawn. Red pandas are masters of adapting to their environment, but they've met their match with humans. As humans move into red panda territory, their forests are disappearing. It's a double whammy because red pandas depend on temperate rainforests, which are in a delicate balance between wet and dry. Without a constant supply of moisture, the wrong types of plants begin to grow, which eventually replaces the bamboo forest red pandas need to survive. Red pandas don't do well in hotter temperatures either, so as the climate changes, their habitat is getting smaller and smaller. Add on top of that red pandas are often killed by traps intended for other animals, are sometimes hunted for their thick fur coats, and live a life of isolation, and you've got yourself a perfect storm for extinction. Fewer than 10,000 red pandas are left in the wild today, and that number is decreasing. However, there is hope for our little friends. Conservationists are working hard to save them through captive breeding programs, protected reserves, and reforestation. Once their numbers are strong enough, they could be reintroduced into the wild. Until then, zoos and aquariums are doing their part to make sure that red pandas don't end up extinct like their cousins, the giant panda. So thanks to the work of many organizations, red pandas may still be around for many generations to come. They may be small, they may be shy, but red pandas are a big reminder that even the cutest creatures need saving. If you enjoyed learning about the red panda, click here to watch this video next. And don't forget to subscribe to Wildscape Wonders to help us shine a light on the voiceless lives of the wild.